what does this number mean? This number stands for freedom, for peace, and for prosperity. Although of different skin colors, cultures, and religions, UN veterans from 22 countries gathered under the flag of the UN for their belief in freedom and peace.
Most of us were young, green, 18, 19, 20. I think I was 21 at the time because I had been in the Marine Corps for 3 years. But most of us were young, so we'd never seen combat before.
On August 15, 1945, with the end of World War II, the Korean people had finally been liberated from Japanese colonial rule. However, the joy of liberation was short. When the country was liberated, the Korean peninsula was divided into the south and north by the US and the USSR, and each fell under the control of their troops. Due to 3 years of the US and the Soviet Union military administration, as well as the intensified US-Soviet Cold War, the efforts to establish a unified government were in vain. Different governments were established: the Republic of Korea in the south, and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea in the north. And on Sunday, June 25, 1950, at 4 a.m., North Korean forces started a full-scale surprise attack on the Republic of Korea. Due to the indiscriminate attacks of the North Korean army with Soviet tanks and weapons, the streets were full of refugees and Seoul was occupied in just 3 days. The UN convened the Security Council immediately after the outbreak of war. It declared the North Korean armed attack as an aggression that destroyed the peace through resolutions 82, 83, and 84. And dispatched the UN troops from US General MacArthur as Commander-in-Chief. The UN forces, consisting of a total of 22 countries, 16 countries with combat support, and 6 countries with medical support, headed to Korea, a strange country in Asia, for freedom and peace. Despite the participation of the UN forces, the North Korean forces, moving south at a rapid pace, advanced to the Nakdong River. However, the ROK and UN forces built the Nakdong River defense line and established a foothold for a reversal of the war through Busan beachhead operation. This foothold led to a counterattack. The UN and ROK forces changed the tide of the war through Operation Chromite. Retaking Seoul on September 28, 1950, the forces crossed the 38th parallel and advanced toward the Yalu River. They were swelling with the expectation that the war would soon end. With the intervention of the Chinese forces, the front line changed again. It reached a deadlock with repeated retreats and counterattacks. And the armistice talks began. But as the talks prolonged, another fierce battle began on the front line to occupy one more hill. The armistice agreement was finally signed on July 27, 1953, after 2 years of long negotiations.
Korea has made great progress. The pain and wounds of the war still remain. But having fought together for peace, will remain as the brightest metal in my heart.
We are aware that the precious blood of the UN veterans flows in the history of Korea. That is why Korea remembers and rewards veterans for a more peaceful and sustainable future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, girls.
할아버지, 감사합니다. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
We will remember the importance of the peace that the UN veterans have secured in the name of the Republic of Korea, and repay you with a proud country.
Thank you for your
service.
service.